Hello friends, this is Seher from Easy Peasy, and the topic that we are going to discuss today is called as principal quantum number. Do you ever wonder why do electrons not fall in the nucleus, and how do we know which level they actually live in? The scientist who tried to give answer to this question is Niels Bohr. Bohr gave us the energy level idea, but we still need a way to label them properly. And that's where the principal quantum number comes in handy. So, principal quantum number is described as N. It describes the main energy level or shell of electrons. So, this is first shell, this is second shell, this is third shell, this is fourth shell, so on and so forth. Now these shells, according to principal quantum number, will be N1, N2, N3, N4 respectively. They can also be labeled as K, L, M, and N level. Think of these levels like floors on the building. So now each level have an area where an electron can exist, but electron cannot exist between the two levels. They have to be either on floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, or floor 4, not in the middle. Now what this N or principal quantum number tells us. First thing is, higher the principal quantum number, higher the energy of that atom. So here we have three examples. First is hydrogen, second is neon, third is americium. Now, as the number of shells are going to increase, the energy of electrons are also going to increase. The second thing principal quantum number tells us is that higher the principal quantum number, electron is farther from the nucleus. As a result, the size of the atom is going to increase. Here again, we have three examples. One is helium, one is lithium, and one is sodium. You can see that as the number of shells are increasing, the size of atom is also increasing accordingly. Now, how do we know how many electrons are going to exist on each shell? So, the energy level or principal quantum number formula is 2n power 2 number of electrons. So let's apply them. So on the first shell, the n will be 1. 1 power 2 is 1. So 1 multiplied 2 is 2. So on the first level, you have only 2 electrons. On the second shell, the n will be equal to 2. So 2 into 2 is 4. 4 into 2 is 8. So the maximum number of electrons second shell can accommodate is 8. Again, can you tell me how many number of electrons third shell can have? Okay, so now the value of n is 3. So if we put 3 here, 3 multiplied 3 is 9, and 9 multiplied 2 is 18. So on the third shell, the maximum number of electrons that this shell can accommodate is 18. How many electrons does the fourth shell accommodate? Again, n is equal to 4 now. So let's put the value in the formula. 4 multiplied 4 is 16, and 16 multiplied 2 is 32. So the fourth shell can accommodate 32 electrons. Now let's do some easy peasy practice questions. The value of principal quantum number determines energy, size, and maximum number of orbitals. What is the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in the shell with n equal 3? Again, put the value of 3 in the formula. 3 multiplied 3 is 9. 9 multiplied 2 is 18. So the value will be 18. Which of the following statement is incorrect? N can have fractional value in excited states. Which of the following value of n is not allowed? 0. Which shell corresponds to n equal to? Option is B, L shell. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, please subscribe this channel. Thank you. Bye for now.